Howdy. Oh, don't do this. It's like, hey, do you want to activate the software? No, I don't. Hang on. I'm at work. Trying to get stuff done. Because I've not been hugely productive. I have to replicate those results also on the $500,000 slide scanner that manages to not get things in focus, much like this phone currently. Let's see, hang on. Chat, don't go into science. It's bad and dumb. Where's my image? Oh, I'd have the shutter on. See, this is what I don't understand. So, hang on. Where's the... Just bring this control panel over. Hello, chat. See, I was worried that this wasn't the right genotype, but it totally is. Because you can see cells. Is this the red channel? Yeah, it is. They're not like hugely in focus, but that's a TD tomato cell, that's a TD tomato cell. But the problem is that, let's see, where's the globus pallidus? I'm gonna just go down to 10x. I don't understand how I keep putting, where's my, oh. I don't understand how I can keep putting virus into this brain and yet it like does not go anywhere. Let me see. Yeah, it's one of the ventricles. Is this the other ventricle? Yeah, okay. There should be a little patch of something around here, but there's just not. And then that's cortex. We don't want that, it's too far. See, there's supposed to be, I mean, technically this is M-citrine and not GFP, so it's not gonna have the emission spectra line up quite right, but it'll be close. But I don't understand where my virus is going, because this is like the animal's right, and you could see like the needle track, and you could see it go down here. So there's something, but then you like follow it down and you don't see like anything. And if you don't know what you're looking for, don't worry. I can assure you there's nothing. Yeah, let's see. Because this is nothing in the GFP channel. Well, no, the problem is, like, this is a new viral construct because the old one we have expresses a red protein, but the tissue natively expresses a red protein, and we thought, oh, well, that's going to be a problem. You're not going to have any contrast to know what's what, but I cannot get this new one to do anything. Let's see. I need a way to, like, mount the phone onto my face. or just stream my eyes. Let's see, maybe the next slice over is better. Like, I guess the smart thing to do would be to mount up all the other sections and then look at it, see if I'm somehow missing it, but like, these sections should have the region I want. I just don't know why I can't get any viral expression. It's very frustrating. Let's see. Can you see it here? Yeah, like you can kind of trace the track. Like here is probably where I put the syringe in. And then if you go down, I don't know why it's at that angle. But like there should be somewhere down here a big old pocket of transfected cells. And there just aren't. There just aren't any. And I don't know why. Why is everything bad? Wish I could just have like a normal job. Go to work, serve people coffee, come home, not worry about it. Instead of like spend a month and a half on something and then find, oh, it didn't work. Oh, my dappy channel on this always flickers and I hate it. Yeah, I guess the smart thing to do is mount up the other sections and see if somehow that injection is so bad that I like totally overshot it. Hang on. This is loads easier to do like through the eyepiece, at least for me. Not so much for you, the viewer. I guess I can try to point the camera in there at some point, but here, pretend you're watching. Okay. Now I want the more caudal slice. See, one of the reasons that the virus might not express is that it's in the wrong genotype, but it's in the right genotype, or else you wouldn't have those cells. Oh, this never really works that well. Anyway, you can see those little slightly brighter dots indicating that this is the right line of animal. I just don't know why there's no virus. And for those of you following along at home, of which I'm sure there's like none of you, the excitation and emission spectra of M-citrine is not that different to GFP. It's not like exactly the same, but you would expect to see something. And you just don't. Just nothing. How did I squirt all this mutant virus in the brain and it just doesn't go anywhere? I mean, it could. No, it can't be that. I mean, well, that looks at least like one transfected cell body. Hang on. put it up to 20. Actually, screw it, let's put it up to 40. Actually, no, let's put it up to 20 and then find it and then go to 40. No, the virus can't be dead. We just got it. I mean, this is roughly where it should be. Is it this? Hang on. Where's the atlas? Where's the globus pallidus? I mean, I know where it is, but it's like there in this area. And that's... Where's the ventricle? Okay, that's the ventricle. It's down and then a little bit over. Yeah, so that's where it should be. I just can't... That might be the virus, sort of, but like... It does not... I don't know. We don't have the right filter cube in here for the fluorophore. So it's hard to tell. I mean, it shouldn't be that different, but... Also, there should be more cells transfected than that. Let me see. What are you yelling at me about? Oh, I don't care. I hate this software. Great, whatever. See, like, there's a transfected cell. Like that guy. There's a couple, but there's just not a big population of them. Do I have the mouse focus on? Wait. Did I say 20x? No, this is 40. Yeah, there we go. No, that's Dappy. I don't care about Dappy. More than 5 seconds of exposure. Oh, I don't have an enhance button for this. Cause like, that looks like a transfected cell here. Oh, this is so slow. But there should be like a whole population of them, and you move slightly away from it and they just go away. Cause that might be one in here, just out of focus. I mean, this doesn't matter too much, because this is one of the animals where the head cap came off and I couldn't get data from it to begin with. But... I mean, it should look something like this. You have like a big old splash of transfected cells in there somewhere. Not like, oh, I think that's one. So that's the frustrating bit. I have another animal that I have to, or another brain that I have to section. I just have to let it sit in formalin a little bit longer. But I have a bunch of things that are not working, and it's intensely frustrating. No, that's just background fluorescence. Like, the excitation and emission spectra will always get like some unintended fluorescence, but usually the idea is that you have a high enough signal that you don't really notice it. And you can adjust the exposure so you don't see it. Like, where is... I also didn't perfuse this tissue, but that shouldn't make a difference. I just have to get data together for a presentation, and it just feels like nothing is working. That's not transfection. That's just gunk. That's just gunk. It's not... These aren't cell bodies. It's not anything. It's just crud. Well. I don't know why it died anyway. Welcome back, maybe. Apparently the Wi-Fi cut out. Is there still Wi-Fi on this? I can't tell. The Wi-Fi in this building is always super fiddly. And there's like no reception for anything in the scope room anyway. Anyway, like, that you can see. Whoop. Like that. Like those are cells. There's just no M-citrine where there should be, which is to say there should be another little chunk of the tissue that lights up, and it does not light up, and it's very irritating. Let's see. Here, I'll take you for a trip chat. Let's see if the $500,000 microscope worked. Oh boy, it didn't. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate how it costs so much money, and it's just like, oh, I can't find the focus. What's the error? Oh, it's not in focus this time. Image sensor reported an error. Oh, God. Oh, is this the thing where the hardware is broken? God. Also, this really expensive microscope that is like deeply fancy and you could scan a whole bunch of things at once. I don't have a selfie stick. Why don't you open the door? I know it looks like there's a thing in there, but that's back there. Because once the ceiling leaked, so we've been trying to cover it with the tarp. And then it does this. It's like, oh, the camera's broken, which, like, why? Why is it broken? It just... How does it cost so much and, like, not work? I just want it to work. I just want to put tissue in there, and then I want to turn it into images, but it does not turn into images. It does not do anything. It just yells at you. I hate this thing. And then it's like, oh, I can't find the camera. Like, of course you... God. Chat, don't go into science. It's bad. Don't spend $500,000 on a microscope. That's fine. I don't care about this. Where is... No. Yeah, it should be this Hamamatsu camera, I thought, unless it's... Oh yeah, the Centec camera. This device is working properly. It's not! I have a super cool microscope, it just does not work. And then like, it's not even opening the thing to get my slide out because it cannot find the... Okay, I'm gonna just turn this computer off. I'll turn the scope off. I mean, it's a neat microscope because it makes really nice images, but it also just never has anything in focus, and it is absolutely the worst. Because it'll sit there and like scan your slides for multiple hours, and then you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to look at the images, and they're all out of focus. And then it has a door, like you can't really see through it. If I ever get it to open, I'll show you. But it should like have a button to open it, and it's not currently opening. I don't know, it's a bioscience something or other, Vectra Polaris, maybe. Look, emission spectra. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't have M-citrine on it. It's got all the other ones, though. Everything is broken. And this monitor's really dusty. I just want things to work, chat. Why is this computer not working? It's sort of a science stream, but it's kind of broken. I mean, it's not broken, but I don't know. Why is the computer not turning on? Why? Why does nothing work? Because, like, I could scan these images in on the other scope. It would just not look as nice and also take a lot longer. Hang on. Do you want to turn on now? Maybe. There's another computer back there. That one's on. Huh? Huh? No? Okay. Why don't you post? You were just working a second ago. I had it on video. I can't even scan these slides the normal way because I can't get the thing to open until the computer's on to send the command for the thing to open. Is it booting yet? It's not even an old computer, though. It's all new. Oh, thank God, Dell. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Getting driven crazy by Adele. Getting driven crazy by emission spectra. Wow. Texas Red. Dell. Firewire cables. Do you have a Texas Red filter tube? What does it have to do with Texas? It's even more red. Everything's redder in Texas. No, it's not that it's old because it has FireWire. Like, it has an expansion PCI card in there for FireWire because a lot of the old, well, not even old, a lot of the imaging cameras just run off FireWire interfaces because they provide, I guess, enough power and bandwidth, and everything in science is really slow. So I guess they haven't switched over to, like, USB 3 yet. Wait for this computer to boot up. I don't know why you can't currently turn the scope on without the software, though. Yeah, it would be nice if it were like USB 3, but it's not. And this is probably gonna say, oh, there's no camera. Right? Right? You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Huh? 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 What do you do, Dad Master? Again, because I know I know that you have a bit more context for some of this than most people do. Well, I know that... Oh, it's just science hobby, okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey! And now it's... Oh, it's still not opening, okay. Oh, there it goes. There's a robotic arm inside. It's pulling the trays out. Although normally that lights up to show status, and it's not. What does the white box do? You put slides in these little slide carrying trays, and then you load it in, and it images everything for you. It's like the size of a mini fridge / like computer from the 1970s that's also not in focus. It's really not in focus. There it is. Behold! And you could put a lot of slides in there. Currently, I just have one slide in there because that's the one that I want to scan, but it has like many sections if those play at all. So ideally, they would all come through. Oh, and then you hit the button when the door's open, and it's like, oh, is the door open or closed? I don't know. And you're like, close, please. And then it's like, okay. And it also makes a horrible grinding noise, which it shouldn't do because it's $1 billion. But, you know, you can't have everything. Please scan this time and be in focus. I'm desperate. See, that's the title of our sample. And then we figure out which one we want. It's that one. And then you hit scan, and then it's like, oh no, I can't find the camera. If you put your hand in there, it will just kind of get stuck. Huh? Huh? There's magic happening in there, which you can't see, but it's kind of doing something. It just says door stuck over and over. Please detect the camera. Sometimes it just says, oh, I can't initialize the camera, and then it immediately bombs out and nothing works. It's doing the thing. It might. It's probably not. Like, if it worked the way that it's supposed to work, and it actually, like, reliably put things in focus, that would be great. The problem is, it's supposed to be, like, entirely automatic. So like you manually set the exposure, but then it will do the autofocus and everything for you. There's no way to manually dial in the focus, but the problem there is that sometimes it just doesn't focus right and it scans the whole thing out of focus and you have no way to do it and like refine it. You just have to scan it over and over until maybe it decides to do it. See, it's trying to image the different regions of these different things. Like each of these has 4 little things, 4 little chambers for slides. And then it's like, well, there's nothing in the first 2. And then it'll try to scan the 3rd one. Oh, come on, there it goes. Please scan this time and be in focus, I'm desperate. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna measure the cover slip height? It's probably not. If it gets to the point where it's like defining a focus map, that means it's worked. Or at least like is in the process of imaging. If it does not do that, that means it's got an issue with detecting the camera hardware, which is irritating. I mean, it can apparently measure the cover slip height, but you also like define that in software. Like I already told it when I was setting up my thing how high the cover slip is or what kind of cover slip it is. So then it takes an overview image of the whole thing. And then, okay, so I think it's maybe working. If it can make the focus map and say like focus found or not found for a couple of points, that means it's gonna work. Okay. Ideally, it'll start saying focus found for something though, because if it says not found over and over, okay, there it goes. Good, great. Ideally, it would say focus found for more of these points instead of focus not found, because that doesn't really inspire a whole lot of confidence that it's going to be in focus. Like, how does it not know what anything is? Oh, whatever. I'll check back on it later. I also made a note for other things. Let me see. I have to look for that one. Let me see. Do I have images for these? Hang on. I hate science. It's bad. I just want to like go to work and then go home and then I'm done. And not like stress out about things not working. I mean, this is mostly in focus. Where's slide 2? See, and then you get shit like this. It's like, oh, I have 6 scans of the same thing because I did it over and over for like multiple times throughout the day to try to get it in focus. And I don't know which one of these is like actually usable. Hopefully the one at 420. Probably not. Oh God, I remember this slide where like I had everything nice and aligned and then I picked it up. I left it in the fridge and the mounting media hadn't dried, and then I picked it up and the slide started, or the section started moving around. And some of these just came out as really wonky, and then these ended up at the really bottom of the slide. Let's see. Oh, let's amp up the green channel. Nope, that's not the green channel. There we go. So like that's not great. I could maybe work with that. It's at least kind of in focus. But like sometimes you get stuff like this, and it's like, well, it looks better on the camera than it actually does. Also, yeah, a lot of these look like faces to me, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I guess this case is good enough to not have to rescan, but the problem is I've got a really good case that I want to get data from, and it's just like not cooperating. Let me see if I could show you. Like the one that I'm really relying on for data just comes out looking real bad. And like, here's your $500,000 microscope. Is this in focus? No. It's just a blob. Like if you zoom in, you're supposed to be able to resolve more cells, and this is the best it can do. Like, what is this? Why did I wait an hour for it to do that? It's supposed to be like, you can zoom all the way in and actually see detail and resolve it down to individual cells and projections and everything. But like look at this. What is this? It's just nothing. It's just nothing. And then like some of them are in focus and other ones aren't in focus, and like what do you even do except try it again and hope that it works? So I guess we'll see if this works. I don't know. I hate science. It's bad. Look at all the sections I made at some point. You could figure out where I got the label maker. Oh, this one's not lined up right. Ooh, let's see, I guess we'll wait for that to go. There's me. Oh. Shit, oops, should not have left the laser on this. That's okay. It's not great for not photo bleaching that part, but that's okay. Yeah, and then like this, it's supposed to express something, I just can't find it, and like, how did I put virus in here and it's just not there, right? Also, if you work in a lab and you're doing microscopy, don't leave the laser on, because like every other light bulb, it'll eventually burn out and then you have to spend a lot of money to fix it. Let's see, let's turn that off for now. Yeah, and like this, I just can't, there's just nothing. Oh, many thousands. So, I don't know. Ideally that would work. It didn't. Let's see. I have to scan some images in to replicate the data behind all the scope controls there. That stuff. If it shows up. What else? I don't know. I just want stuff to work. Nice gamer science mouse. Oh, thanks. It's got gamer buttons. Let's go put this guy in with his friends. Also, if the internet disconnects, I'm sorry. Here, I'll go for a first-person science walk. There's the -80. there's the other minus 80. That's not a minus 80. And in case you thought, oh, that's a lot of minus 80s, don't worry, we have even more minus 80s, like that one and that one. A bunch of computers that are cast off. The cryotome, Windows, other things. Let's see. These are just like extra slides that I made or some other people made that I didn't feel like putting in the box because they're not hugely important. Oh yeah, and then the patching setups that nobody really uses. But this is like what I used to do in grad school. Minus 80C, of course. Oh, that's the millipore for ultra-filtered water. And then the not quite as ultra-filtered water. And a few modes and whatnot. What else? We have a fancy resin printer that no one really uses, but we had spare money, so now we have it. There's a cryotome that I don't use anymore because it's lame and very frustrating compared to the freezing microtome. There's another microscope. The autoclave, which we're not allowed to use anymore because it has to be serviced. That's mostly it. Let's see how the slide scan's going. Oh, it's still thinking about it. Where's my personal office? Oh, it's a mess. I just have a cubicle. I bet this is not gonna be at all in focus. Like, I don't know. How's your Tuesday, chat? No, most people are like out of here by like 4 o'clock. But I didn't roll in until the afternoon, so I'm catching up. Didn't really sleep very well, so now I'm just working in the evening. We don't have any students. Or we have a couple of students, but they're not like undergrads at Harvard or anything. They're just working in the lab. Scan. Please scan. I said please, it's gotta do it. What else do I have to do? I have a bunch of things I have to do that I haven't really done. I guess the smart thing to also do at some point is I have to copy over a bunch of other images onto the hard drive and then compare them to an atlas and see if we got projections where there need to be projections. Hang on. What was that other case? There's one that I'm rescanning. There's slice 3 that's kind of okay. BFCHRN PWTO12M. I think I have that in here already. Yeah. Is this in focus? No, this is Windows 10. Actually, kinda, sorta, well... yeah. Yeah. It's more in focus than it's not in focus. I mean, this is like super blown out, but oh, decreasing the intensity does not help. It's already overexposed. See, this has got expression in the cortex where there shouldn't be. But whatever. No, I don't want to save that. Wait, that's slide 1? Is that the most rostral slice I have? Oh, yeah, I guess that's rostral enough. Never mind. Yeah, and you got some expression in the midline. Like, that's what we'd expect. Okay, so that's at least usable. How far back do these go, and are they in focus the whole time? How heavy are these files? This is 10 gigs, 10 gigabytes. Why is this so overexposed? Why? Do I have a version of this that's not like hella blown out? Because like you can't use this as an image and say like, look, there are cells there. Like, no, it's just green. It's just nothing. Right here, it's cells. That's the paint can fill tool in Microsoft Paint. Are the dot cells. So the red dots are cells, and the green is the virus. And the green should have, like, a lot of the green are projections, but there are also cell bodies in here, which is like the actual cell. Like this guy, for example, if you take a look at that, and I drop the green, you can see that that's a red cell, and it's also expressing the virus, so it's expressing GFP on top of the RFP. Do I have a version of this that's like not super overexposed? Do I have to rescan this? I wonder if I can rescan this. Because like, mounted tissue does not last forever. But, hang on. Yeah, eventually your mounted sections get kind of crusty and gross. Or like if you don't use enough mounting media, they start to come apart. Well, maybe they don't get too crusty, but some of them might. If you leave them in the fridge, it's generally okay. This is BF, ends in a 12 and an M. So like this, oh, it's kind of hard to tell. You could see on the edges, like the mounting media is starting to pull away a little bit. I probably should try to rescan that at like a lower, that one's okay. Lower exposure. Yeah, I guess I'll do that overnight, because that'll take a while. Well, that's still scanning. Slowly. I've got a bunch of sleep scoring data that I still have to look at that I don't know if it worked. I guess tomorrow I can switch that brain into sucrose and then leave it, and maybe I can slice it and look at it in the evening. I guess I could also start like trying to get photos of things just looking at images, like that's easy and straightforward. Hang on. Pull up some representative images for things. Let's see. We don't need that. We do, some of these are not going to be very good. Hang on. Did we already show... We showed that in GAD. Did we show that in Parv? Oh, we did. I'm trying to see... Like, some of this stuff we've already shown. I'm just trying to see what we haven't shown that I could pull together. How many of these did I take? Where's like NPass and there's PV. That's GAD. That's Feegloop 2. Yeah, maybe this is usable. Let me see. Oh, no, not in that. I mean in this. Sorry, there's nothing to look at. I'm trying to futz with stuff. Oh. I'll plug the phone back in at least. Now that I'm back in the room with the cable. Close that. Ooh. It's a very swimmy window to move around. Oh, okay. Close that. No. No. What's this look like? Is this Feegloop 1? Oh, this slice always looks like an angry face to me. Oh. That's only the lower half. Hang on. If I image the whole slice, it would have looked like that. That angry face. I only did the bottom. Because I don't care about the top part. Do I think my experience playing jank games helped me with running some of the Otter software? I don't know. It doesn't hurt. Let's see. Oh no, wait, this is... green are the stained cells, red's the native. Yeah, there you go. Focus. Do I have... Wait, where are my markers? Oh no, is this the one where I screwed it up? I totally counted these, and I'm not... And then you try to zoom in, and it's like, oh, you want to zoom all the way in so you can't see anything? Like, no, I don't. The problem is that there are so few of these cells in this area that, like... on? Okay, screw this. I don't want to look at this one. It is science. I think I changed the title. I think I'm gonna have to re-image a bunch of these. Because these are just the single focal plane. Yeah, it's not a very good image. And the irritating thing about this microscope is that you could really tell, like when it's stitching different planes together. You get this like checkerboard effect on stuff, like a very obvious crease like this. Ugh. Whereas the big expensive slide scanner does not do that. I'm gonna have to go in and take images specifically for the sake of getting reference images, I think. Are any of these usable? Probably not. It's one of those moments where you have a bunch of deadlines coming up and have to pool a bunch of stuff together and think like, oh, I have that stuff already, don't worry about it. And then you go back and look at it and it's like, oh, it's not very good. Why did this not load in the file? Oh, I can't use that. It's an awful image. Is it an auto gain for each capture? No, it's like you define the exposure and it's the same exposure for all fields. And the autofocus is not very good a lot of the time. Actually, for that microscope, there is no autofocus. You just manually define the focus for a few points and it kind of figures it out. See how this one works. It's almost done. See, that side's all tracers. This side is... How old are these? They're like May, June. I mean, oh, this is chat. I mean, or for cholinergic things, not like Twitch chat. Yeah, it's probably still good enough to use. Wait, that's Parv. I think that's... Where did I take this from in the box? Hang on. Oh, there. Yeah, I don't know. I have to meet with somebody tomorrow to work on interpreting some of the data, and then I have to take images of things so that they look nice. I guess technically I could be doing that if I were not sitting here streaming. Oh, it's got little lights up there that indicate the progress. The first two were done because they were blank. And the third one's got the slice in it. What you're supposed to do is like put the like single slide at the very end of the the slide carrier, so then it just finds that there's not a section or not any sections in the first three, and then it goes to the last one, and then you're done. Oh, this is the work keyboard. It's a Logitech. It's got the screen for reasons unknown and a lot of dust, and collects fingerprints from across the known universe. Anyway, I should probably load up. Well, let me see how this image comes out. I worry it's not going to be in focus because it hadn't been in focus a bunch of other times. But I'm probably going to rescan all those images that were super blown out that I showed you before. And that'll take a bit. Come on. Come on. Oh, I know what I could play in the interim. Without speakers. Aw, yeah. Yeah. Back in the day. I don't know why this is still on that hard drive. I'm bored at work and this is great. Is it? It's not really. Do you want a stick of RAM? I don't know why this has been on top of this computer for a while. That's apparently 16 gigs. So it says, I like how they put all the microscope stuff in like the room with the most amount of windows. And then this big tarp because the roof used to leak really badly because it's a new building. And I guess they didn't do a very good job. Oh, it's gonna scan. It's gonna do it. Please be in focus. I'm desperate. I''M. I don't really have anything that much to show off. It's just waiting for this at the moment. Like, I don't know, it's a lab. I guess what's not interesting to me might be sort of novel to a few of you if you don't work in labs. Hey! Let's go look at those images and be underwhelmed. Huh? You think it's gonna be in focus? You think it's gonna be in focus? I bet it's not gonna be in focus. Oh, it's... ooh. Oh, this is not really in focus. Oh, God. That's the best you could do? Like, what? What is this? Why did you spend 40 minutes to do this? Like, why? God. Okay, how many of these are, like, actually usably in focus? That's not really. Is this kind of in focus? That's in focus. See, like, you got fibers. So that's in focus. That's in focus. That one's not. That one is. That one, oh God. Look at this crap. Like, how? How does it see the focus here and then it goes to the next image plane or the next imaging field and it's like, oh, is this the focus? Like, no, it's not. How did you, like, lose it moving over? Just stay at the same focal depth. Why did you do this? I hate this microscope so much. Like, I just wish you could dial in the focus manually. But, like, look at this crap. Like, the same section. Good, bad. Oh. It's so irritating. I mean, that's in focus. Mostly. I'm just trying to see which of these I'm gonna have to redo. That's in focus. This is... I don't know what this is. I mean, this... I amplified the GFP, and I feel like this is just some gross artifact. I mean, that's in focus, that's in focus. This is... I guess more in focus than not. This is like not... That one's a travesty. This is just abysmal. Like... Ugh. It's just nothing. And like this one is also equally bad. And this one's also bad. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to take this over to the other scope. And probably rescan. Like the last 3 slides, I think, or the last 3 sections. The rest are mostly good. Okay. Let's take out our slide. Wait. Oh. Oops. Did you know that it's also voice activated? Open the door. Ah? I just hit a button over here. Okay. Yeah, computer, do science. DD, get out of my laboratory. No. Which is this? It ends in a 12. Is it this? PW... No. 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 Wait. Is it ending in a 12 or does it end in a 10? Anyway, let's copy this over because this is probably better than the other version that we have on my hard drive. Oops. How much free space is on this, by the way? Is this gonna yell at me? Oh, 33 gigs, that's fine then. BFCHRN, hang on. Oh, that's written in Sharpie. Okay, so it's these. These slides from March, apparently. Okay, I mean, they were hella blown out before. Also, I swear, like, each of these caddies that you load the slides into are not the same. Like, some of these seem to work better than others, and I couldn't tell you why. Let me just load these guys in. Like, this is starting to be a problem. Like, this is approaching a year old. Oops, focus. And like you can see the mounting media pull away, but it's probably good enough. Are these the ones that I still would seal with nail polish? No. Let me just clean them up and load them in. them scan overnight. Oh god, I hope it actually works. The most frustrating thing is using the slide scanner and then coming back to it the next day, and it's like, oops, couldn't do it. Like you're expecting to come in with glorious data, and you come in and it's just an error. Oh god. The mounting media on a lot of these is really pulling away. Like this, that's not what you want. Like in the corner, there's not supposed to be, focus. It's not supposed to be crud like that. I guess we'll see if it works. I hope it does. These are old sections and probably on me for not getting fresh images when I could, but we'll see. I'm probably gonna have to tell this thing to scan the whole cover slip, which will make it take extra long, because it might end up having trouble actually finding the focal target. Worst case, I'll just image it on my own time on the other scope instead of trying to image every single section. Just image the ones that we need. Chat, which of these bays do you think is gonna work reliably and have fewer issues? Oh, they're not numbered. They're numbered in software, but not on the actual machine. 14. Hang on. Let me look at the software. Is that 14? No, that's 15. Better be 14. And if it's not, it's your fault, and I'm gonna go to your house and beat you up if it doesn't work. Load carrier 14. I'm gonna report you to the science police. Let's see. I think the injection area is probably on like the first row of slide 2. Or wait. No, slide. Did I put this in order? Hang on. Oh. I put slide 4 on. Wait, hang on. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'll just find it. I can't remember if I put it in order where 1 is slide 1 or if 4 is slide 1. Focus, 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 focus. Tell it to look for the GFP. Oh, that's GFP. Oh, God. Well, that's overexposed. Ta-da. Oh, that's not in focus, though. Great. Which slice is this? Ugh, mounting media is pulling away. Gross. Hang on, where's the dappy? Is that the commissure? No, that's... Wait, what? No, that's the commissure. Is it? No, it's not. This is... Oh, that's the cortex and this is a ventricle. Oops. Okay, so that's two rostral. Oh, I love how, like, the way to pan around this is literally like click and drag. Or not. Oh, come on. Like, you can click on the slide to move it to a distinct place, but like you just have to guess. Like, oh, maybe it's over here. It's like, who wants like an iPhone interface with a mouse and a monitor? And just like grab the image and fling it somewhere. Like, that sucks. Okay, I think this is the anterior commissure, and then that's the midline. So there should be a big old blob of green right here. Yeah. See, you have to go to the place where you have the most fluorophore and set that as the maximal exposure so you don't blow it out. Oh, come on. Move. Is this... Okay, this might be slightly better. I hate this program. No, it's terrible. Everything about, like, the user experience of this microscope, oh, that's the commissure, and that's the midline, is just terrible. Like, you can get it into focus. Come on. You can get it into focus when you're, like, setting the exposures, and then it'll just lose it at some point. Oh, that's the one with the exposure in the, or the expression in the cortex. Wait. Does this really have an exposure time automatically set to less than 5 milliseconds? Jesus, what if you set it to like 20? Is that... Yeah, it's kind of blown out. The red is overexposed, by the way. Let's set it to 10, so if the cell bodies are a little overexposed, that's okay. We can still see the fibers. Yeah, we'll just do that. Maybe not 10, maybe like 8. Okay, maybe, oh wait, that didn't change. Yeah, that's good enough. How can it lose it though? Isn't it set manually? You set it, but only for your own benefit. It defines its own focus map without actually using any of your own manually set focusing. Also, my battery is dying. No, like, I've never used good microscope software. It's all been bad. Like, the stuff in the other room I was showing you, like, I had to debug that at some point myself because we got an update and it would just crash immediately. And it turned out, like, the camera was not uninitializing when the software closed. And I had to manually do something in like an INI file, and then I wrote the company. It's like, you have to do this on line this and change these, and Like, they should have called me and said that. I shouldn't have to call the company to say, oh, this is how you fix this thing for your setup that we paid like $100,000 for. Whatever. Everything is broken all the time. I just gotta define these for this. And then you put in that, you scan that, you tell it to blah-ba-doo, and that protocol with the numbers you put in. And then scan that, and you scan that, and then you tell it to do with this, and then you plop that in until it's slice, nope, not slice 43, just slide 4, and then you hit scan, and then it's like, okay. Why was the processing of slides canceled? I didn't do anything. That was unsettling. Why did it not? Okay. Let's see if it ever gets to the defining focus map part, which is something my phone could probably do a better job of as well. I guess we'll see. I told it to scan the whole region. Like, normally it detects if there's tissue and only scans the part where there is tissue, but sometimes you come in and it's like a big chunk of the slide was not detected even though there is tissue there. So you could just force it to scan the whole thing, but then it takes even longer. I guess I'll let that go and plug the phone in. Look, it's not that time. Ah, yeah. I've also invented a time machine that stops time. As just the side project. It's also not that time. Let's plug this phone in. Oops. Sorry. I accidentally hit the sleep wake button and it killed the stream. Womp womp. Let's see, I made a note. Where's my pen? Chat, did you take my pen? No, I never saw Steins Gate. Chat, where's my pen? Oh, it's in the notebook. Hang on. I found my pen. It's cool because it's made of cardboard. I found it on the ground and now it's mine. Ugh. Ugh. Hang on. Cable got caught. Hey, guess what? Guess what's not working? Aw, yeah, it's broken. Ugh. God, what is your issue now, scope computer? Are you gonna say like, oh, I can't focus? Or are you gonna say like, oh, can't detect the camera? Plug the phone in over here. What? Stop making noise. You're not even doing anything. God damn it. Don't unload the carrier. I didn't... What is the issue? What color is the red gonna be? Or the light gonna be? Oh, it's yellow, which means it's broken. Error occurred while processing slides. Oh, what's the error? Oh, it extends past the cover slip. Oh, God, what is this? No, go back. I was reading that. Shit, I hate this thing. Okay, so X is too far, Y is too far, the height's okay. Why? What? How did that even... Okay. I guess I'll try to reseat these. But they're... Oh. Chat, I'm so dumb. They have an arrow on this indicating the direction that it's supposed to be seated, and you could tell that it's not pushed all the way to that side. It's pushed all the way to that side like a dumbass. Oops. It's my fault. I had it pushed to the wrong edge. Did not look at the arrow. In my defense, I feel like it should know and not specifically freak out if it's not in the slide carrier correctly, but whatever. Well, it's maybe a fixable mistake. Sometimes it does this, like, regardless. This one is obviously my fault. Like, this would explain why the y-axis is screwed up. It wouldn't explain why the x-axis is screwed up. I'm just wedging it in with a credit card, but I'm not showing you that part for obvious reasons. I already don't have a lot of money. I don't need my credit card stolen. Take the little bit of money I still have. Okay, are these pushed in all the way? Yep. 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 Okay. I'm gonna pick lucky number, that one. 13, okay. Nothing bad ever happened with that number. Load setup. Oh, did I tell it to save it? Oh, I think I did. Huh? These the right names? These the right names? These the right... Why did you open up again? I mean, I need you to close. No, I need you to close. Yes. Oh, it saved the settings, but it only saved the settings in slot 14. Why? If you know what the settings are, just apply them to this. Oh, God. Okay, fine. I'll... God damn it. Here, are you happy now? Great. What a stupid thing. Come on, focus map. Come on, focus map. I just want it to start taking this, and if it starts working, then I can maybe go home. Why does it say my battery is low? It's charging. Oh. I guess it's discharging faster than it's charging. Science. I'm at 8% battery, but I have a cable. It's red. This makes all sorts of fun noises, at least. You could watch the progress bars go. Wow. Science. Look at it not focus. I mean, the physical bars are kind of neat, but I don't know what the point of them actually is supposed to be, because, like, you can't use it without the software anyway. So, like, I guess if you have the monitor off, you could look at that and say, oh, that's what it is. But, like, I don't know. Come on. Come on, focus map. Come on, focus map. What's the phone down to? Oh, it's still 8%. Come on, focus map. The problem is, if it makes a focus map for one and I go home, I might come in tomorrow and the other three might have bombed out completely and I have no way of knowing. Science, 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 science. Huh? 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 Just, okay. Okay, I think it's officially going. As long as it gets to this part, it'll keep going. Take the multi-million-dollar machine home. Like, I'd love to, but look how big it is. Like, look at it. It's massive. Like, I don't even know where I'd begin. I don't know how heavy it is. I'm afraid to touch it. It's worth more than I am. Looks like a sweet gaming PC. It's like the size of probably like 6 full-size towers kind of cubed together. I don't know. Well, it's sort of kind of trying to work, so that's progress. I'm gonna put the slides back in the refrigerator. Good. Did I put that other slide in here? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Ugh. Bringing this guy back, stick it in the fridge with its friends. Once I dropped it and all the slides came out and landed on the floor, and one of them broke, but it was one of the ones that did not matter, thankfully. That was terrifying, because if more of them got destroyed, that would have been like months of my life that I ruined because I dropped it. A very stupid thing to do that is exclusively my fault. All that old tissue no one uses. I guess that's mostly it. I mean, the battery's kind of dying. There's the label maker. You can see the things I was labeling. Or not. Because it's not focusing. Oh, there it is. It's HMD3Q. Excitatory dread, and then science, and science reagents, and window, and me. Micropipettes. It's okay to enter. I don't know where this sign normally was. I don't know what this is. This has been like a random drain on the ceiling into this garbage can ever since I got here, but like it doesn't actually drain. It's just here for some reason. Got any micropipettes? Of course we have micropipettes. We even have the weird ones with the screens, and then we have even older weird ones with the screens that do not work, and then normal ones. And we sprung for the fancy micropipette tips with the filters, and a centrifuge and a vortex. Gotta do that. Vortex my finger, make sure that it's well mixed.